Good morning, Your Majesties. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you that are new here, welcome to my YouTube channel. And happy Monday. And shirt of the week is this shirt. And I got my bracelets too. So I have a scary story time for you guys. This one's called, I don't know why I do this to myself. Man, this one's called The Bloodline. Okay, and it goes. In the sleepy town of Cinderbrook, where everyone knew each other's name, there was an unspoken rule. The Thorn family was never to be crossed. The Thorns were old, money, their wealth stretching back centuries, but it wasn't just their riches that kept the town in check. It was the fear. There were whispers, tales of dark rituals, and strange occurrences. But no one dared to dig too deep. The Thorns had a power that went beyond money, something that seeped into the very ground of Cinderbrook. Okay. Carla, a journalist from the city, didn't believe in such nonsense. She had been sent to Cinderbrook to investigate the family, to uncover the truth behind the rumors. She arrived with a sense of excitement, eager to expose what she thought was nothing more than a small town legend, but has began her investigation. She found that the town was more resistant than she expected. The doors were closed in her face, and the once friendly townspeople became cold and distant. Undeterred, Carla decided to visit Thorn Manor, the family's sprawling estate on the outskirts of town. The manor was a relic of bygone era, its Gothic architecture towering over the surrounding landscape. As she approached, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. The air was thick with tension, and the trees seemed to lean in. There, like branches, like skeletal fingers reaching out to grab her. Oh my gosh. She knocked on the massive front door. After a moment, it creaked open. A maidservant greeted her, his expression blank, his eyes dull. He led her through the darkened halls, the walls lined with portraits of the Thorn ancestors, their eyes following her as she passed. She was taken to a sitting room where she met the matriarch of the family, Gabriella Thorn. Oh, why does that sound familiar? Gabriella Thorn. Maybe I'm thinking of Bella Thorne. Okay. Gabriella was an imposing woman, her features sharp, her eyes cold. She welcomed Carla with a smile that didn't reach her eyes, offering her tea and polite conversation. But there was an undercurrent of menace in her words, a warning that Carla should heed. The conversation turned to the history of the Thorns, and Gabriella spoke of their bloodline with reverence, hinting at secrets that she had been passed down through generations. Okay. Carla pressed for more. Her curiosity piqued, but Gabriella's demeanor changed. The smile faded, replaced by a look of disdain. She told Carla that some secrets were best left buried, that the Thorn bloodline was not to be trifled with. The conversation ended abruptly, and Carla was known out of the manor, her questions unanswered. Jeez. But Carla wasn't ready to give up. Well, of course she wasn't. I mean, all these people in these stories just make dumb decisions. I mean, of course y'all ain't ready to give up. What are you talking about? But Carla wasn't ready to give up. The night she returned to Thorn Manor, determined to find the truth, she snuck through a side entrance, making her way through the darkened halls. The manor was eerily silent. The air was heavy with the scent of dust and decay. She reached the library where she had noticed a peculiar painting earlier that day. A portrait of a man with eyes that seemed too alive, too knowing. As she approached the painting, she saw that it had changed. The man's eyes were now bloodshot. His expression, his expression one of rage. A chill ran down her spine. But she forced herself to look closer. Behind the painting, she found a hidden door, leading down into the depths of the manor. The stairs were steep, the air growing colder as she descended. The walls were damp, the stone slick under her slick under her fingers. She could hear a faint chanting echoing from below, a sound that filled her with dread. She she reached the bottom and found herself in a massive underground chamber lit by torches. They cast long, flickering shadows. Oh lordy. Okay. Um, excuse me. In the center of the chamber was a stone altar surrounded by hooded figures. The chanting grew louder as she raised their hands to the ceiling, calling out to something ancient and powerful. Carla's breath caught in her throat as she saw what lay on the altar, a young woman unconscious, her wrists bound by iron shackles. The figure in the center removed their hood, revealing Gabriella Thorne's face. Her expression one of manic glee. Jeez. Carla tried to back away, but her foot slipped on the damp stone and she stumbled. The chanting stopped. All eyes turned to her. Gabriella's smile widened as she gestured for the others to seize her. Carla was dragged to the altar, her heart pounding in her chest. She was forced to kneel beside the young woman, and as she looked in the girl's face, she realized with horror that it was her own. Oh, hell nah. Oh, that's messed up. Gabriella Thorne began to speak, her voice echoing through the chamber, telling Carla that the Thorns had made a pact long ago, a pact that made their bloodline strong. The ritual required a sacrifice, a life taken to extend the life of the next generation. Carla had been chosen, her bloodline a perfect match to continue the Thorns' dark legacy. Okay. Just making sure I'm not getting any just making sure I'm not getting any alerts that Adam could be going live. So, okay. The hooded figures chanted louder, their voices rising in the crescendo of madness. Carla struggled, but the iron grip of her captors held her in place. Gabriella Thorne raised the dagger, its blade glinting in the torchlight. As she brought it down, Carla screamed, but the dagger never struck. The young woman on the altar opened her eyes, a look of determination on her face. She raised her hands, breaking the iron shackles with a surge of unnatural strength. The chamber flooded with light, and the hooded figures were thrown back as if they were invincible. As if by an invincible force. Gabriella Thorne's face twisted in shock as the young woman rose from the altar, her eyes glowing with an outwardly power. The young woman turned to Carla, her voice calm and strong. She told her that the Thorns' pact had been broken, that their bloodline would not end tonight. She raised her hand and the chamber began to shake, the walls cracking as the ceiling caved in. The hooded figures screamed as they were crushed by falling stone, their bodies dissolving into ash. Carla watched in awe as the young woman walked towards Gabriella Thorne, who was now cowering in fear. The young woman placed her hand on Gabriella's chest, and the Thorn matrix let out a final blood-curdling scream as her body crumbled to dust. Oh, Lordy. The chamber continued to collapse, but the young woman led Carla back up the stairs, through the hidden door, and out of the manor. The house was engulfed in flames as they walked away, the fire consuming everything in its path. The young woman disappeared into the night, leaving Carla standing alone in the field, her heart pounding with a mixture of fear and relief. Cinderbrook was never the same after that night. The Thorne family, their manor reduced to ashes, and the town's dark secrets were buried with them. But Carla knew that the young woman's power still lingered, protecting the town from the darkness that had once consumed it. She returned to the city, her story untold, but the memory of the night would haunt her forever, a reminder of the horrors that lurked in the shadows. Oh my goodness. Okay. That one was dark. Was it dark? I don't know. That's just scary, man. Like I read these, like I look at these stories and I'm like, if I read these, I'm gonna feel weird and scared. I don't know why I do that to myself. It's okay though. I'm good. No, you guys. I'm okay. Seriously. Like when I read these stories to you guys, I'm totally fine afterwards. I love reading these stories to you guys. I think it's absolutely fun. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today's video. But before I go, I mentioned this in last week's video. I think it was Monday that I mentioned it. If I hit 600 subscribers, I will go live on Twitch for you guys. So please hit the subscribe button, please. And I promise you guys, I will go live on Twitch for you guys. So, yeah. But anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Princess Peyton. Hit the red button to become your majesty and hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a video. And I love you guys so much. You guys are the best human beings ever made. And you're the king of my heart, and the song lyrics of Taylor Swift. And I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, love you. Bye. Mwah.